How's it going, everyone? Does your Toro snowblower sound like this when you push the electric start? In today's video, we're going to take a look at what's causing that and see if we can fix it. So how's everyone doing? Thanks again for joining me in the garage with today's project is this Toro CCR3650 single stage snowblower. Before we get started with the video, if you're a subscriber to my channel, thanks for stopping by once again for another video. If you're not a subscriber and you like information about small engines, this is a small engine repair channel, and I do put out videos usually once a week. With various content from snowblowers, lawnmowers, weed whackers, rototillers, anything with a small engine. So if that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell icon, and that way you're notified each and every week I put out a new video. So once again, today's video is going to be talking about the electric start system on this particular machine. It happens to be seems to be a common problem I see on these Toro snowblowers, and once we get into it, you're going to see exactly what the problem is and how we're going to go ahead and fix that. I'm going to show you that in this video. Fortunately, with this type of a problem, we kind of have to take off everything, so we're going to start out with taking off the chute here and then some of these plastics. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is take this chute off, and I'm going to use a Phillips screwdriver to hold the end of the bolt on the inside, and then zip off this 1/2 inch nut for all three of these guys. So guys, get yourself a bowl or something to collect all your nuts and bolts. There's going to be quite a few. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is take off these two bolts here. So for these ones guys, 7/16 nuts. Okay, so we're going to move over here to the front side. So on this front side we got 1, 2, 3, 5/16. I'm going to take my key out as well. Alright, so just pull out the pull cable, or the pull rope I should say. You can kind of take this off and sort of move it out of place for now. On this side over here, yours might have an actual screw in here as well. Mine did not actually have that screw. So now you just have to take your fuel cap off for now. And that gets your top plastics off. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get this fuel tank up and out of the way first. And to do that, there's a couple of nut bolts with nuts on the back end here. One there, and also one right in here. It's hard to see, it's not much light. That one actually holds this cable for the electric start as well. Alright guys, so I got a stubby 7/16 wrench and a 7/16 socket. Put the wrench on the back side there. And once again, guys, the other one that we're looking at is this guy right here. Alright, so now it's just kind of sitting on a little post here. We should be able to kind of move it up and out of the way and maneuver it that way. Alright, next thing we're going to do is take off this nut here, 7/16. There is also a washer on there as well. And then there are two more bolts down here, nuts and bolts, but for this particular bracket right here. To get the shroud off, you got 2 bolts up here at the top. Then, see if I can get you in here. There is 1 bolt right here. And there is 1 bolt way down here and underneath here. Alright, so I'll start with these guys up top here. These are 1/2 inch. This one back here does have a ground wire attached to it, it looks like. So this one down here, guys, is actually a 7/16. Okay. This last one looks like it is accessible, actually. It's right here, this guy. It holds on the other bracket for the starter. So that also looks like 7/16. Okay, so now this is off. This should all just slide right off now. Alright guys, so I took off the cover just to access the flywheel, and the reason why I want to do that is to show you what I discovered on my particular flywheel. And this would be part of the reason why this thing is not starting with the electric start. I don't know if you can notice that, but take a look at some of the teeth on this flywheel. Unfortunately, the teeth are, some of them are broken, some of them are missing, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to replace the starter gear on this thing to show you how we do that. But inevitably, I think what should really be happening is I should source one of these flywheels. So if you've seen a previous video of me working on this thing, I think I cleaned out the carburetor to get this thing running. I also looked at the reason why I thought the electric start wasn't working. And so if you've seen that, you probably already know where this is going. But I'm going to show you exactly what's going on. Here's a starter. I want you to take a look at the teeth on the starter right where my flashlight is pointed. Those brass teeth are all mangled, and I was seeing brass shards like in and around the carburetor area. That would indicate to me that this starter gear was trashed. But I mean, you can even see some of the teeth, that damage it did. Some of the teeth right there, even there's a missing tooth, broken tooth on the flywheel. So lots of damage been done here with somebody running this thing, breaking off teeth. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this thing off, and I'm gonna show you how to replace this gear. Alright, so to remove this whole starter assembly, what we have to do is remove the two bolts. They're 3/8 bolts. There's one here and then one on the top side, which I'll get to after. So what I'm using is a 3/8 socket with a U-joint or swivel joint, just to get a little bit easier access to this bolt. There's one down. And here is the other bolt we're going to access from this top side. Okay, good. The next thing we're going to have to do is to remove the starter button, which looks like 3/4 inch nuts right here. Alright, that just slides down and in. And the whole thing should slide out right from the bottom of the machine now. And there we have it. Alright guys, so one thing I noticed already, now that I have you up on the bench, is if you push down on this little piece right here, you'll notice that there's a groove that this clip is supposed to be sitting in. So obviously that came out of that groove, and I don't know if it had any issue or any bearing on the teeth on this thing getting chewed up. I mean, look at that. Look at the state of that. There's nothing left on that. This is a pretty big problem. I bet quite a few people have this same issue, so hopefully this is going to help somebody out. Alright, so to get this clip off, I'm just going to push down on this little retainer piece or whatever that is. I'm going to just use a small screwdriver, see if I can lift up on this clip and get it off, and there you go. And then this piece should come off. Oh. Okay, so it looks like there is some burrs on the end of this starter shaft, and it's not allowing this piece to come off. So I'm gonna have to address that problem next. Alright, so I just fiddled with it, and it was just holding it on there, and it actually just, I guess it lined up somehow and got it off. But I will address those. I can feel them. They're little burrs or whatever there. I'll file that down maybe. Then your spring comes off next. Then this little, once again, it's harder to get off than normal, but this little white piece comes off. And then this piece just comes off as well. So next thing I'm going to do is just kind of clean up the shaft a little bit here. There's some rust on it, on the gear. I'm going to use a wire wheel to clean this up, get rid of those little burrs, and then we'll be ready to reassemble with our new kit. Okay guys, so we're ready to reassemble. I got my new kit here. It's Briggs & Stratton, part number 801293. I'll just open this guy up. See what we got going on inside here. So let's take a look at the difference. Pretty obvious difference, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to rebuild this now from left to right based on how we took it off. So first things first, we're going to take this guy and put it in here like so. Now underneath that goes the washer, which you can't see because it's all put together. Next thing goes on is this guy right here, and hopefully we can just snap that in place. So we got that piece built. Pretty simple. This goes like that, spring, this guy, and then the clip. Okay. Now before I go ahead and put this back on, I'm going to put a little bit of grease, just a little bit, on this particular shaft. I'm just going to use a little bit of low temp grease just because this operates in the outdoors, low temperatures, so just a dab. Alright, so now it's ready to go back on. This guy goes on first. Okay. Next, this guy goes this way. Okay. Next, we have our spring. Next, this little retainer ring. And it does matter. There's flat side and then a sort of a recessed side. The recessed one goes up top. Now, before I put this on, I'm going to get myself a pair of locking pliers. You'll see why here in a second. So I'm going to push this all the way down, and then to hold it there, I think these aren't going to work because they're too thick. Alright, there we go. So the socket that I used, guys, if you're wondering, 8mm. And I can just let go of this guy. And that lets that guy up. Okay, and there we go. Alright guys, so one last check before anything gets reinstalled, just to make sure everything's working okay. Alright, so there you go. Everything looks good. Unfortunately, I won't be installing this on the back on the machine with the new gear and everything, only because this flywheel has so many broken teeth that if I do reinstall it, it's just gonna mangle up the new gear, you know, waste 80 bucks. So I tried to look for a new flywheel. These are all discontinued, so the only thing I'm gonna have to be the only thing I'll be able to do now is to maybe find one that is just a used parts machine and get it for fairly cheap. So anyways guys, once again, thanks for joining me in the garage, and if hopefully it was informative, and if so, go ahead and smash the like button, and until next time, take care.